Hey everyone, it's been a while since my last video. Right now we are in the middle of summer and my daughter is on her school break. Because of the extremely hot weather, we can't spend too much time outdoors during the day. While thinking about how to make the most of our limited outdoor times together, I suddenly had an idea. So, in today's video, I want to share a really fun way to go fishing. I think this method is perfect for beginners, and in fact, it's how I first got into fishing myself. This method is called microfishing. In Chinese, we call it 小物钓. It actually originated in Japan, where it's known as tanago, but as I looked into it more, I discovered that tanago is also the name of a small freshwater fish in Japan. In fact, any tiny fish caught using this method can be called tanago. So, the word tanago has three meanings. It's a fishing technique, the tiny fish you catch with it, and even a specific target species. Why is microfishing a great way for beginners to start? Well, because of its simplicity. You don't need to learn complicated techniques, spend hours of time to study gears, and finally blow your budget on fancy equipment. Seriously, all you need is just a simple rod, or even a stick you pick up on the ground, a basic line setup, a tiny hook with some bait, and you're ready to start fishing. Since microfishing targets tiny fish, the gear is also mini-sized. No need to worry about strength, durability, or other technical specs. If there are any factors to consider, I'd say just two things matter the most: ultra-compact storage size, and of course, style. In tanago fishing, rods are the bulkiest piece of gear, but bulky here means a collapsed length of about 1 foot or less. These are my go-to tanago rods. The longest one here is actually my 12 feet Tenkara rod, a bit too long for microfishing, so I rarely use it for this. My most used rod is this 6 feet cute looking one, followed by these two 9 and 10 feet rods. The ideal length depends on where you are fishing. Even though we are usually fishing shallow waters from shore, sometimes you will need extra reach to dealing with steep banks or thick plants near the water. For line setup, we usually using 0.6 to 0.4 nylon as mainline with 0.4 to 0.3 fluorocarbon tippet. Of course, you can simplify with straight 0.4 mono throughout. Line diameter isn't about fish size you're fighting in tanago fishing. Since we are often dealing with water plants and rocks, the tippet acts as a sacrificial breakpoint. When stuck, you will only lose the tippet section rather than your entire rig with float. The hook is arguably the most critical element in microfishing. When we are fishing for these tiny species, we are dealing with fish that have mouths sometimes smaller than a grain of rice. You might think a regular size 26 hook is small enough. Yes, they look tiny compared to normal fishing hooks, but they are still designed for bigger fish. That's where specialized tanago hooks come in. The new half moon hook is purpose-built for this. Its ultra short point is just about 1 millimeter long. It comes only in one size and slips easily into those miniature mouths. Besides new half moon, another good option is the Akita Kizune hook. In Chinese, 秋田湖. Its point section is slightly larger than the new half moon, but still works great if you get the smallest sizes, like the size number 1 or 0.8. Remember, in microfishing, the difference between catching and missing often comes down to just 1 millimeter or 2 of hook design. Last but not least, the floats and bait. For floats, just grab the smallest one you can find. No need to overthink it. Then you need to balance it with just enough weight, usually around 0.1 to 0.2 grams, so it sits perfectly in the water. Now for bait. Since our target fish are mostly omnivores, common lures won't do much here. Instead, we go with edible bait, which usually comes in powdered form. Just mix it with water to create a soft and sticky ball like the dough. If you cannot find any edible fishing bait at your local tackle shop, no worries. You can improvise with your everyday foods or snacks. Something like spam or even tiny bits of bread will also get the job done. The key is keeping it small, smelly, and easy for those little mouths to grab. Alright, we've got all the gear ready. Time to head out and go fishing. Like I mentioned earlier, tanago fishing targets tanagos, which is a specific species of bitterlings, the Tokyo bitterling. Scientific name Pseudorhodius tanago. Bitterlings have a remarkable reproduction strategy where parents transfer responsibility for the care of their young to freshwater mussels. The female extends her long ovipositor into the live mussel and deposits her eggs there. The male then ejects his sperm into the mussel to fertilize the eggs. In this way, early developmental stages are protected within the body of the mussel. See that black spot on their dorsal fin of these young bitterlings? That means they are juveniles. As they grow up, that distinctive black spot will gradually fade away. But the real magic happens during breeding season. The males develop vibrant colors called nuptial coloration to attract females. If you maintain a fish tank at home, I'd highly recommend keeping a few of those colorful males. They make exceptionally beautiful display fish from March to September each year. Beyond bitterlings, any fish under 6 inches qualifies as a microfishing target. These small fish stay in shallow, near-shore areas, avoiding deep water due to predators from both water and sky. Focus on underwater plants or rocky spots when putting down your bait. Alright, enough talk. Let's get out there and fish. In the next video, I will show you how to adapt tanago techniques for fast-running stream fishing. If you're enjoying this series, hit that subscribe button to support this channel. Until then, happy microfishing and bye-bye.